Hello all, welcome back. Well, the month has hardly started and I've got another pickup video, but that's only because a particular box turned up this morning. And it's Saturday. Very surprised, wasn't expected it. He shipped them out special delivery. Fair play to the guy. Big Game Al, thank you very much. So this is a bit of a Big Game Al special, but I'm only going to be showing all of the Sega games. Let's get into it. Right, so like I've said, it's all Sega. It's all Sega Dreamcast and Sega Saturn. As you all know by now, I'm trying to go for a complete PAL set, but I'm just going at my own pace. Although did have quite a few that I needed. Gave me a price, he's looked after me. He threw in a few extra, bless him. But I'm not going to show those. I'm only going to be showing off the Sega. So I might as well just start with the Saturn, because that's the least amount, in all fairness. 3 games. No, 4 games. Oh, what a great way to start. 4 games that I've got off him. I'm going to start with Mass Destruction. I know absolutely nothing about it. In fact, it's probably fair to say I know nothing about any of these games. Let's just give you guys a close-up of the back there. Fair play. As usual, though, always complete off him. There we go, that's better. Even with, obviously, as you saw then. And I do love looking at these still, it's crackers in it. I've probably showed you these now a million times by now. Some great games, some absolute gems. So that's the first one, Mass Destruction, a self-agreed perfect excuse for mindless demolition. Excellent. Sounds right up my street. High Octane, Bullfrog game. It's got to be racing on it, surely. Surely. Let's give you guys a close-up of the back there. Must admit the manual's in very good condition, and I suppose it's in the boxes I sort of prefer. I don't like these cardboard ones. They're absolutely awful. They're absolutely awful. In fact, the smaller PVC version boxes are the ones I prefer. But they brought them out in 3 different styles, and then if you look at the, I don't think the Americans altered. No, the Americans have got their own style as well. And the Japanese have got their own version as well. One doesn't fit all. But anyway, High Octane. Drive to the death in High Octane. The high intensity arcade style combat racing game. We'll give that a bash at some point. Now this one, I must admit, for a cardboard game, it is an exceptionally fine quality. There's a little bit of sun fading at the back, but we'll forgive it for that because it's spot on. Cyber Speedway. Look at that. I mean, I'm looking at it now on my screen. That looks almost brand new. It is in that good condition. And I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but there is all down this side. It's a little bit sun faded, but the camera won't pick it up. Let's give you guys another look in. There you go. Again, I don't know anything about these, but this one, as you can see, is fully complete. And as I'm now demonstrating, it's slowly peeling apart. This is the problem with the cardboard games. The glue dries that much that given time, it pulls away. It's a real shame, but it is what it is. All you can do is You can try and get that glue off. What you're better off doing is just putting a little bit more on it and gluing it back down and then leaving it. It's not worth doing anything else to them. Anyway, the last one. Now, I've looked at this a few times and I've never bothered picking it up. I haven't got a clue why. And I was almost second guessing myself because I thought, you know what? I'm sure I've got this, but I've checked and I've double checked and I haven't. And it's Battle Stations. And it looks to be a really good game. Sorry about the glare there. So I can't wait to give this a bit of a bash. The manual, if I'm honest, oh god, you know what? It looks like it's been severely thumbed. Page is bent over. So I would say it's definitely something I'm going to have to read. But as Stu would say, it's an honest manual. But nice and complete. And that's it for the Saturn. Let's bring you a heads up on where we are. Let me jump into the app a second and I'll tell you how many Saturn games I've got. Because I'm nowhere near. 133, that now puts me on Saturn games. I know I'm nowhere near. But I'm just going at my own pace. But there's so many good games out there. There's plenty of fun in an older console. And you should really be checking it out. Right, we're going to move on to the Dreamcast. Right, the Dreamcast, in no particular order are any of these, and I'm going to start off with Deadly Skies. Now, when I looked at the case, even though, yeah, we can see a plane, I thought for a second, you know what, it's a shooter. No, it is, as the case suggests, it's a flight sim. There you go. Now, is this one of the broken ones? No, it's not. Oh. Fully complete. The manual looks lovely and crisp, I must say. And obviously the disc is all in there. I'll try not to do this with all of them because it winds me up. But yeah, starting us off, Deadly Skies. Drop these on the floor. Giant Killers, GK. It's football. We all know it's football. There we go. Nice close up of the back. I would say, looking at that now, it's simulation. Player data for all English leads. Yeah, has to be simulation. So that's going to be interesting. I'll give that a go. Speed Devils. Oh my word. Do you know what? I kept looking at this. I'm sure this was out on the PlayStation as well. I kept looking at it. And I just never bothered. And this sorry, bloody itch right there. This is what I love about going back and collecting old games and trying them out. You know, the games that passed you by, or the games you decided at the time, no, I might pick it up next time, but you never did. And you go back and you give it a go, and you absolutely love it. You think it's fantastic, and you think, why wasn't I playing this 20 odd years ago? Or 30 odd years ago? Absolutely balmy. The case is in cracking condition. It's fully complete, as you'd expect. I'm sorry if I didn't show you. I can't remember if I did or didn't. I've got a really lousy memory at the moment. I'm putting that down to the constant pain that I'm in. And while I'm discussing that, I mean, even now, the backs of my legs feel like just feel like they're on fire. So I'm going to try and straighten out my foot a little bit there, just to ease this. CT scan went fine. I was only in there 15 minutes. I didn't have to go all the way through. All they're looking at is my lower back anyway. So I'm sort of hoping that what they'll find is a quick fix. That's what I'm hoping. I don't want a major back operation. I really don't. That would really put me off my feet for God knows how many weeks. And I hear so many horror stories about people having back operations and it going completely wrong. So I certainly don't want a back operation. But if it has to be, then it has to be. I don't know the outcome yet. I did mean to call the doctors and that on Friday, but I was that busy in work. It slipped my mind. So I will be calling them and start harassing them Monday. I'm hoping that they have looked at it, seen it. Maybe the orthopaedic surgeon has said something. I don't know, but I'll find out. Hopefully Monday. It can't be over serious, because if it was, I'd like to think they'd call me immediately. So, fingers crossed. Right, excuse me, this next one. Now I look at this and I'm pretty sure that this is originally a German game. The only reason I say that is because the name of the game is in English and it's also in German. And it's Vigilante 8 Second Offense. So, sorry about the glare there, that's the case. As you can see on the back, if this camera will get it just right, sort of. It's also in German now. But it looks like a little bit of a, I don't know, race and destruction sort of game. The future of blowing up is here. And then it says it again then. Oh, God, dare I? No, I'm not even going to try and start reading that out in German. It's been absolutely... Oh my God. Probably 35 years the last time I was reading and speaking German. Grey matter now, it's all left me, but it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. The graphics look great on it, so we'll give that a bash. What the hell's this called? Charge and Blast? It's got to be like a bit of a run and gun, surely. Sorry, is it better? Yeah, it's sort of better like that, isn't it? But sort of twisting it. Game case is in good condition. Manual doesn't look like it's even ever been used. But it is fully complete. Let's give you guys a look at the back there. Hopefully I will get some time. I will put some game footage up this time. Right, this next one. It looks like when he got it, the case was completely taped together. He's obviously removed some of the tape to get into it, but not all of it. So it's absolutely caked. It is also cracked, the case, but is it completely broke? No. No, it's not. So it's a good case, in all fairness. Anyway, the game. The game is incoming. Yeah, you can see me there, and it's all catching the light, the tape. So I need to get the tape off. Get the tape off properly. Incoming. That's Space Shuttle on the front. They're here. What's that? Fight again. God, because of the colour, I can barely read it. Fight against alien intervention with the finest in land and sea and air combat craft. The ultimate what? Oh, the ultimate multiple vehicle shoot 'em up. Bit of a bold statement. Show you guys the back. Don't know a damn thing about it. Never played it. Didn't even know it existed, let's be honest. In fact, the majority of these, I've never heard of them. There you go, disc in there. Oh, that's just slid everywhere. Oh, Royal Rumble. And I see The Rock there on the front. Looks like maybe Goldberg. And The Rock has hair. Yes, he had hair once. WWF Royal Rumble. There you go. There you go. Brutal bone-crushing action. Oh, really? Great condition. And again, the manual. Not used a lot. Great condition. Very happy with that. Right, how many we got left? God blimey, seem to be going on forever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another 8 to go. Giga Wing. That's got to be a shooter. Yeah, it's a shooter. Giga Wing. That should be a lot of fun. That should be a lot of fun. Let's give you guys... Lucky with the cases so far. It's cracking condition. I mean, what to say there on the back? Oh, hints and tips. Oh my god, do you remember these? Do you need hints and tips for this game and other great Capcom titles on the Dreamcast? And it's got listed there: Resident Evil 2, Plasma Sword, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Street Fighter 3 Double Impact. If so, then call the official Capcom hitline on 09067535033. All calls are charged at 75 pence a minute. The maximum call length is 4 minutes. Please obtain permission from the person who pays the telephone bill before dialing this number. The service is available to residents of the UK only. That's how you got your hints and tips. That and magazines. That's how it was done back in the day. Now it's Google. But it's fully complete. Sorry if I didn't show you the disc then, sorry. Then I've just unclipped it. Yeah, unclipped it. Unclipped it. My fault. Stick that back together. Anyway, that's Giga Wing. I've heard of this one before. I'm not sure if I've heard Dylan or Eddie mention this one, but I'm pretty sure that it's a solid shooter. Right, next one. Iron Aces High Speed World War II Aerial Combat. That was close. Getting too cocky, William. Getting too cocky. Never mind trying to flip it one-handed. Case is fine on this disc. I don't think Al must have read any of these manuals. They're all spot on. Oh. Don't know why. I'm going to leave that one last. Let's see what we've got. Alright, we'll do this one next. Because in offence, it is a duplicate, but it's an upgrade from what I've got. UEFA Strike It. It's in a cracking case. Brilliant case. It's got everything in this one. The manuals, the hints, the bits. The game, obviously. Oh, God, just remembered a story. Dwight York. Dwight York, bless him. I've actually got a bottle of whiskey from his house. A true story. Dwight York. Dwight York and Ashley Cole, I think it's pretty safe for me to say that they are good friends. And there is a lad that I used to work with. He still works for the company, called Mike. Rusty was his nickname. But what he does is he does a load of DJing. So, because he was very good friends with Ashley Cole, he got to DJ Dwight York's house. There was a big party being thrown for him by his missus. And Mike was DJing. Anyway, at the end of the night, she offered them, just the booze that was lying around because they're never going to drink it. Do you want to take some with you? So him and his mate was going round with bin bags, filling up with as much as possible. Anyway, he doesn't drink whiskey, so he gave the bottle to me. I can't remember for the life of me what it is, but I've still got it. Lovely leather case. But yeah, I've got a bottle of whiskey from Dwight York's house. Dwight York's house. Stupid Invaders. That just sounds comical, doesn't it? It does. Have I got the back of that? That looks pretty good. Sort of cartoon graphics. Case is in one piece. Now it isn't. Oh, you stupid ass, William. No, I didn't break it. It's just unclipped. Luckily, these cases can fly apart. with the slightest of movements. I can't get the damn thing back on. Oh, God's sake, just get the damn thing back on. Yeah, we're there. Right, we're there. They can fly apart. Also, if you stare at them too long, I'm convinced they'll crack and break. But anyway, that's back together. There you go. Game and manual. And again, the manual, absolute spot on. Very crisp. Does it say anything on the back? Oh, right, so it looks like you can choose some 5 goofy aliens. I know nothing about it. I haven't got a clue. Incidentally, if you've played any of these, let me know in the comments what you think of them. This next one, I'm sure I've got this on the PS2. Absolutely positive. I bet it came out on multiple things. But anyway, Looney Tunes Space Race. It's just another karting game. We all know about these. But it's a fun one. But aren't they all? Yep. Games there. Manual as always. Lovely and crisp. Looks almost brand new. In fact, for some reason then, I thought we weren't recording. But we are, because the blue light's on. Always the professional, as you know. So, yeah, another little racing game. Great fun for, certainly kids. But we played games like this around Christmas. Mario Kart 8, that sort of thing. Absolute great fun. Right, I'll do this now one next, because it's just another football game, isn't it? 90 minutes. 90 minutes, Sega Championship Football. Never played any football games really on the Dreamcast. I've got a few, but I've never really played them. I was too busy playing FIFA, and we all know that's ended after this year. No more FIFA games. Case on this one is broke. You can't win them all. But there you go. It is nice and complete. And the manual again is lovely and crisp. But once I get it in my box protector, it won't matter. It won't matter. So I'll try and give this a go at some point. Might even give you guys some footage if you're interested in it. Oh, excuse me. Right, last two. What the hell is this? Is it Wetrix? I assume that's Wetrix. Again, no, absolutely nothing. Case is in complete condition. The manual. And the game. But looking at the back, even look at the pictures, I can't tell. The deeper you go, the greater the pressure becomes. Welcome to the world of Wetrix, the spectacular cellular water puzzle. Oh, it's a puzzle game, right. Sounds interesting. We'll give it a go. And the last one. Oh my word, we've been here all day. The last one. Dreamcast Mega Force Racing. Is this a Wipeout clone? Could be. Could be. Looks very similar on the back. I mean, Wipeout was the game to have back in the day. Absolute awesome game. There you go. Seriously looked after me. I think that's 14. So that's 14 more games I've picked up. And to bring you guys up to date with how many I've got on that now. You know what? Doing really well. It's seen that it was a system that I only had about 4 or 5 games. And my wife and my daughter, if you remember all those years ago now, said, well, why don't you collect for that some more? So that's why I've decided to really go. And you can see a load of them there. Down there as well. And I've even got a few up there. It's an absolute mishmash. But anyway, I am up to 123 Dreamcast games now. So it's going really well. Really happy with it. Some of them, better hit and miss, the games, let's be honest, but there is so many that are absolutely fantastic games, and you wonder if they will ever get a remake or a remaster, because they deserve it. They really do. They really do, and bring it to a modern audience and a newer generation. But anyway, as usual, I'm waffling, and I need to get out of here because my legs are killing me. So, as always, thank you for watching, thank you for supporting me, and I'll catch you lots all again. Take care. Woohoo!